Hello, welcome to Wisdom of the Word. I'm Ron Randolph, and we want to continue in our study on God's maintenance plan for peace. Now, we as human beings have some pretty bad habits. We bite our nails, we crack our knuckles, some people drink too much, some curse too much. But one of the worst habits that a believer in Jesus Christ can have is to worry. God wants us to get out of the habit of worrying. Worrying will destroy our peace. Let's look at the fourth chapter of Philippians. Look at that sixth verse. I'll read that. It says, "Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your request be made known to God." Again, God wants us to get out of the habit of worrying. Worrying displeases God on so many levels. Look at that verse. It says, "Be anxious for nothing." Now, note here, we must understand that anxious means worry in our language. No, he also says, he says for nothing, meaning not one thing. Paul is saying, don't worry about anything whatsoever. Why? Because he lays out the cure for worry before us. And that cure is prayer. He says, but in everything by prayer and supplication. Okay. Know here, prayer is your act of devotion and worship to God. Everyone should set aside a time for prayer, a time where you spend time with God praying. That is one of the most important things you can do as a believer in Jesus Christ. Prayer is our only form of communication with God. Then he says, and supplication. Now, supplication is pouring out your soul to God about your special needs. Then he says, with thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is thanking and praising God for who he is and what he has done. And of course, what he is going to do. Note, it also says, let your request be made known unto God. Now, you have to pray a specific prayer. Your request is to be specific, not a general prayer, but you're to let the Lord know exactly what you need. I know sometimes there's a song that says, "Any way you bless me, Lord, I'll be satisfied." That's fine. That may be fine in some situations, but you need a specific answer from God for your specific situation. Now he says, let your request be made known unto God. Now, when you pray, your prayer takes you into the presence of God. Now, note here, and in the presence of God, worry is out of place. Now, think about this. I have a check. I go to the bank and I cash this check or to cash this check. Now, if my account is in order, I'm in good standing with that bank, and that check is good, then I should have no problem, or matter of fact, I will have no problem whatsoever cashing that check. Now, if I follow the plan that God has for me, if I pray the way he wants me to pray, and I pray believing, then I should expect that my needs are going to be met by God. Let us put away our worry. Worrying will destroy your peace. Worrying displeases God. And the Bible tells us that without faith, it is impossible to please God. That's it for now. We'll close this session down and we'll continue in our next session. God bless you. Take care.